Okay, so we're going to start talking about distributive property today. So distributive property, basically it's talking about multiplication. Multiplication is repeated addition. And multiplication creates groups of the same objects. I'm going to zoom that out just a little bit. Okay, so if we're going down here, so for like level 1, so if I have two groups of 3, so I'd have two groups, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I group all those all together, I'd get 6. If I have two groups of -2, I'd have 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'd have a total of -4. If I have two groups of 2x, so I have 2x's in this group, 2x's in this group, then I'd have a total of, oh, I'm sorry, I only did 2 groups. We're supposed to do 3 groups. I'd have a total of 6x. So then what we're going to start seeing more of today is, for example, if I have two groups of x plus 1. So I have two groups. I have x, and then I have a 1, so 1 plus, and then I have an x, and then I have a 1 plus. Okay, so I have two x's plus, and then I have, two x plus, and then I have two integers. The way I like to look at this one more is 2 times 2x plus a -3. We're going to really keep change a lot today. So I have two groups of 2x's and 3 negatives. 2x's and 3 negatives. So then I would have 4x plus a -6. All right, so for our last one, again, I'm going to keep change. So I'm going to have 3 times -2x plus -1. So I'm going to have 3 groups, 1, 2, 3, with -x, -x, and then I'm going to have a negative, and then I'm going to have a -x, -x, and a negative, -x, a -x, and a negative. So then I have -6x plus a -3. So that's kind of just showing it more visually, like what distributive property is going to look like. Another way we can do that is if we're looking at number 2. So like I said, we're going to keep change. We're always going to keep change today. So here I see subtraction. I see subtraction right here. So I'm going to keep change. So I'm going to have 3 times 2x plus a -4. Okay. So now I'm going to distribute. So I'm going to do 3 times 2x, so that's going to give me 6x, plus 3 times a -4, which is going to give me a -12. Fancy. All right, let's look at number 5. Whenever you have just a negative out front, that's like also saying you have a -1. So that's like saying, and then also we have subtraction in the middle, so we have to keep change. So -1 times x plus a -12. What number is always in front of the x? Also just a 1. Okay, so now I'm going to distribute. So I have -1 times 1x. So I'm going to get -1x plus, and then I have -1 times -12. Okay, well with multiplication, since they're the same signs, it's going to become positive. So plus a +12. Voila! All right, and then the last one we're going to do over here, if you want to try this one by yourself, you can first. So I have subtraction out here, so I need to keep change out here. But here I do not have subtraction, so I do not need to keep change. So I'm going to have 2 plus a -2 times 3x plus 4. Okay. Well, following order of operations, I have to do, oops, I thought that was going to be a highlighter. Are you going to highlight for me? No, okay, I'll circle it. Oops. Struggle bus today. I have to do this part first. Go back to my blue pen. Oh, let's do dark blue. Okay, so I have to do that part first. So I'm going to leave the 2 plus out here. Now I have to do -2 times 3x, so that's going to give me a -6x. And then I have to do the -2 times the 4, so I'm going to have plus a -8. All right, so now I have to look at this problem. Can I simplify it any more? Are there any like terms that I can combine? Okay, well, I can't combine the 2 and -6x because this one has x's and this one does not. But I probably could combine the 2 and the -8. Okay, so if I have 2 and -8, those are, so let's rewrite it. So I'll have 2 plus -8, oops, 8 plus a -6x. So 2 plus -8, those are different signs, so I'm going to subtract. And so 8 minus 2 is going to give me a 6. And it's going to be negative because the 8 is bigger. So I have 8 plus a -6x. Or I don't think I just said -8. -6 plus a -6x. And there's your final answer. So I would like you to go and I'd like you to try number 2. I'd like you to try number 3. I'd like you to try number 4. Yep, go and try those, please. All right. Why is 3 plus 2x simplified? So it's simplified because I can not add, subtract, multiply, or divide, and I cannot combine like terms. There's no terms for me to combine there because the 3 and the 2x cannot combine. Okay, why is 3 times 2x not simplified? Because I can multiply 3 and 2x. If you want to put an arrow and say that when you multiply those two, you'll get 6x. There we go. All right, so down here, what you're going to do for your assignment is you're going to start here, and then it's kind of like a maze. So then whichever one you get for your answer, then you have to go to the next one, so on and so forth, then you'll jump. And this is all on your paper, so you can just do that on your paper. Thank you.